So this ought to be one of the better days of the year to fish, from what I understand. We have a pretty major cold front coming through, which generally is a bad thing, but the fact is, it's fall and things are just completely changing. So maybe this front will have a good impact on the fish. Kentucky Lake has been so hard to fish. So we're gonna go try to catch a few giants. I have no idea what is going to happen here, or if you guys can even hear me, because I don't have my mic in. I think it sounds better without the mic, but I'm not 100% sure. If this video sounds terrible, you know why. We haven't made it. I still don't have my mic in. I hope it's not an issue, but we are out here in a backwater area. I really don't want to go out on the lake right now. FLW Costa Championship's going to be there next week, and crappie tournaments there this week. I just really don't want to deal with all the pressure that Kentucky Lake's probably getting right now, but we're prepped and ready to go. I've had a friend tell me to come out here for quite a few days. If you've watched the channel very long, you've seen this place before. I've caught some good fish out of here, but I haven't been back really this summer except once or twice. They're saying the bite's hot here. The water looks awesome. It looks like gin clear almost. It's like this greenish tin. It looks really nice. So maybe we can catch a fish. I have no idea what, nobody told me what they're really biting on. So I got a 10-inch Magnum worm from Zoom, whatever. And we'll see if we can make something happen. Texas rigged anything has always done really well here for me. So we'll see. We're about 3 or 4 casts in, and this worm has gotten absolutely destroyed. It went from 10 inches to about 5, maybe 6. Had 4 bites, and one of them I'm sure was a bluegill, but the other one was definitely not a bluegill. So I'm kind of digging this spot already, In. Maybe not. Pretty decent fish though. Not bad for the first fish of the day. I was checking my line, like my line just messed up, and then my line's running off and there's this fish. Epic. So I changed up worms. I changed up worms to this Yum swimming dinger, and apparently that's what they want. I think one of the biggest things that you can look for right now fall fishing is activity. But that's not 100% true, especially with the front coming through. However, today that seems to be the case. I'm seeing, fish busting all over the place. Pretty normal this time of the year. It gets me going. I've had multiple bites. I've caught 1 fish, and we haven't even really scratched the surface. In fact, there's another place I'd really like to go, but I don't know if we're gonna make it that far. Not today. Talk about being a bad YouTuber, guys. I just caught this fish again on the little worm in this little canal, just jigging it up and down, and I forgot to turn the camera on for it, but I caught one. That's a decent one. Got belly kind of starting to form. Just normal, 13, 14-inch bass. Made me feel good, though. It's been a little while since we've actually caught a fish. I'll tell you how I caught it in just a minute. Let's get this old girl back in the water. So the way I caught that fish is actually very interesting. I was standing over there on the other side of that tree, casting out into the deepest sections I could find. And while I was doing that, this fish just started busting on topwater. And I started looking through my bag, and I had no topwater on me whatsoever. So I said, screw it. Came over here with the jig, or not jig, but the worm. I started jigging it up and down, and that fish bit it very quickly, actually, as soon as I started doing it. And it wasn't the only one over here either, so I'm going to try to catch another one, but I can't guarantee it. Another one. Same way, exact same way. Sitting right there, jigging it. It's going down, guys. I don't know what's up today. Like, they're eating pretty good. The only issue is now they're not, they're getting smaller. So we're gonna have to make some adjustments here. Bye, little dude. I keep forgetting to turn the camera on, but I caught another one. It's been like 45 minutes since y'all saw me last. A lot has changed. It is about 20 degrees colder. It's in the 40s. It is cold. It's gotten a lot cloudier, but the fish apparently are still biting. Given this one's not much bigger than my lure, there's still some fish to be caught, I think. We might get up and move here in a minute, but I'm deeper in this canal, and it seems like, there's some good fish in here. So what I'm doing here is it's pretty basic. I mean, this is one of the first things I learned how to do bass fishing. I'm just flipping, this worm into little crevices, and I'm lifting up on it, and then I'm setting the rod back down. Whenever I set the rod back down, that's whenever I get my bites. Usually my line jumps, and it feels kind of mushy, like everybody describes it as. And they're eating it pretty well, surprisingly. I didn't think they'd eat that great. I mean, I haven't caught any giants yet. I've lost 2 giants, though, and that makes me feel terrible. But at least we're catching fish. Once again, this is a pretty simple setup. I don't know if I showed you. I've got a peg, a weight. I believe this is a 3/0 extra wide gap hook, and then a yum dinger, swimming dinger. It's not just a yum dinger. That tail is really important here. I think that tail's putting off vibration and kind of helping the fish hone in on where my bait is, and that's pretty much how I'm catching fish. There's nothing really, technical about this other than I'm not swimming it. I'm just lifting it and I'm dropping it. I caught another one, with the camera turned off because I'm not that bright, but you should see this fish. Hold up. Look how fat this little thing is. This is just a little bitty bass, and he is so dang fat. Man, conditions are just going downhill, but man, the fish are kind of chomping. I'm surprised. This video has just been all over the place. I have no idea how long it is. I know I've talked a lot though, and tells you what all I'm doing. At this point, I'm just cranking a riprap point with a crankbait that isn't, the right color for this. In fact, it is the most chartreuse yellow crank I've ever seen in my life. Here's the crank. It's pretty ugly. It's got red hooks on it though, if that helps any. It's been an interesting day. I think that's probably all we're gonna get for today's episode. I want to thank you for watching this episode of Ken Arnold Fishing. I hope it was, a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you right here next time.